I survived 200 days in Minecraft creative mode. That's right, the sequel is here. Sorry if it's taking that much time. I've been quite busy, so yeah, I hope you don't mind too much. Anyway, before we start, I think we should look at the suggestion you guys left on the last video. Oh, come on. How am I supposed to build New York City in 100 more days? So yeah, that was the only suggestion I got from the comments. Others I'll just compliments. Please stop giving me compliments. No, but like seriously give me some suggestions regarding the Japanese city, because I would love to implement them in my build. With that out of the way, roll the intro. So I'm starting today's journey by adding more houses to the last empty places under the mountains with the same technique as in the last episode. However, one last place remained empty, so I decided to build a theater. I started by following an image found on Google, but I quickly gave up because I knew it wasn't going to be possible to achieve that many details in Minecraft, so I decided to build my own theater. But there was another problem. I have to build it in diagonal if I want it to fit in that space, which is absolutely horrible if you're trying to build something symmetric, especially when it comes to the roof, which was a nightmare. Thankfully, after eating sushi, I gained strength and completed the build, so I decided to decorate it, and that actually is the only building that has an interior right now, but don't worry, I'll make interiors later. Or will I? So now, it's time for the theater to have its first show. Dude, I'm shy, I can't make it. Oh yeah, there's nobody to encourage me.
Oh hell no, I'm out of here.
Oh come on, no, why? Why? Someone please give me the unsee spray. Anyway, let's go back to the serious stuff. Then I followed a friend's advice and added more boats to the harbor. They're little, but they do the job for that purpose. However, that's not going to be the only ship, as you're going to see later. So I was chilling around the map and I realized, wow, those mountains really do suck. And that's why I decided to fix them by removing some unnatural shapes, adding more snow and trees in logical places. It's hard to show what I'm doing since I can't render the entire mountains or my PC will explode, but here's a comparison so you can see the improvement. It's time to build a Japanese ship for the soldiers now. I did follow some reference images on Google and also got some feedback from a professional builder on TrixieBlock's Discord. They're really nice people, so thank you. The process is very similar to the first ship, just on a bigger scale and with cannons. Overall, I really like the way this ship is coming together. Keep in mind that it's my second ship ever. You're going to see later on the video the colossal importance of this boat. After distancing more the cannons, it's time to make an harbor for this ship. Of course, I couldn't just put it next to regular boats and didn't want to build another harbor just for this purpose, so I decided to make one in a hidden cave to add more magic and originality to the project. The fact that this cave is under a mountain gives it the opportunity to be super tall and insanely large while still being invisible from above. After terraforming and adding back the water, I decided to add some crystals hanging from the roof to add a magical and mysterious vibe while still lighting the place. However, keep in mind that what you're seeing is with night vision. After that, I added some docks to the extremities of the cave. I think you can guess what they're for. It's cool and all, but it's tinier than I was expecting. So boom, I decided to dig another cave even bigger, and with a section of it being above sea level so that it can be used to put hangars, as you're going to see later on. I'm of course also adding docks to this part, and that part of harbors where boats are taking out of the water so that they can clean it and repair it thingy. I also had trouble putting a ship there since the roof was barely tall enough. Don't ask me how they can get the ship out of the cave because I have no idea. Flat land is cool, but hangars are way cooler, and that's why I decided to put two next to each other, eventually filling them and the surrounding with crates and boxes. Then I made another smaller ship, still for military use, and also moved it inside the harbor. Overall, I'm really proud of this place. It gives the entire project a lot more variety in my opinion, and I'd love to add even more places like this one. There's one last thing that remains to do, which is to connect the cave to the surface via tunnel. Don't worry, I will eventually make the entrance secret so that citizens walking around won't enter the super secret military base that easily. I've never mentioned this before, but there's a big issue with my island. The sea isn't large enough. To be more exact, the custom sea isn't large enough. In fact, the island is surrounded by the default vanilla ocean, which looks very bad. So I went in WorldPainter and smoothed out the surrounding sea, and then fixed some bugs and lighting issues directly on the map. All of this took me over 2 hours, so we'll add that to the day's counter. Also, I wanna thank the guy who made this plugin. It basically updates the lights in the loaded chunks via command, which often remain bugged after removing light sources with void edits, like in my case pickles. Then it was finally time to move to the main build of the video, the naval battle. If you want some lore, the British are trying to invade yet another land, but unfortunately they are facing Japanese ships, their allies, the ones with the blue sails, and also some sea serpents. So good luck invading this land, Brits. More seriously, I'm now making 2 English ships. The first one is my Japanese ship but with different sail, and for the second one I modified just ship. He's a professional builder and he gave me advice and sent me this skill for me to practice, so of course all credits go to him. Thank you very much. Alright, it's time to place the ships. Keep in mind that I'm representing the start of the battle, so that's why most of the British ships are still on their way while others are already starting to fight. I'm now making the ambience effects on the ships that are battling, using some glass to show the direction of the projectiles and damaging the keels and the sails where the projectiles hit. After that, it was finally time to introduce you guys to Mike, the sea serpent. He defends the city with his 2 brothers. This is the first time I'm making an organic on my own, and even if it's really simple and small, I'm really proud of what I did here. And after adjusting a bit the back, I moved it in attack mode next to an English ship. Then I worked on another serpent, which is the fire variant and is spitting fire at sails. And finally, the green variant, which is a slime one. I then decided to add another cave on the front of the island, fully underwater this time, which hides the mother of the sea serpents and their soon to be son, which is in an egg right now. I still have about 20 days, so I added lanterns to the paths in the forest and added another dock for a more direct interaction between the island and its hollies. After that, I worked on the interior of some public buildings, starting with the academy. I'm not making the decoration yet, I'm only finishing the wall, adding lights and stairs so that every floor is accessible. Same goes for the town hall and the Nautica home. After that, I moved to the indoor market, also known as that long building, and I had some trouble figuring out how to build the stairs, but eventually I solved it and moved to the lighthouse. I simply added floors and redesigned a bit the exterior, but most importantly I added a ladder that goes to the top. I still have some time left, so I'm going to spend it AFKing. Psych! We're working on the interior for the forest pagoda. Keep in mind that I'm not trying to build an interior which is accurate, I'm just going with my imagination. However, the time's up, so we'll continue that and even more epic stuff on the next episode. Well, I did it. I survived 200 days, so yeah, it's time to see all the progress we've made in a cinematic. Hey guys, it's Editing Greggy here. Apparently you should subscribe to my channel because otherwise it might lag and you might not be able to enjoy the cinematic. I think that happens because I spent more than a month working on this video, so yeah, it's your own risk. I warned you.